filtration tank today. And I'm going to take this up. Already took the TV out. And I'm going to take all the rest of the electronics out of here so I can prep it and get ready to take the rest of it apart. Gotta take it all apart to build it back up again in a more livable way. So that's where we're at. I'll let you see what it looks like when I'm done. Not the easiest thing ever. Without damaging them. Having a whole lot of success here. Found some mold behind the insulation. This is what happens when you don't have a properly sealed roof. So, I've been taking this whole thing apart after finding the mold in the shower, figuring that there's probably problems in other spots. Just took this panel down from the roof, and this is what was underneath it. Well, good thing I'm doing it now. And here's the end product of all that sign I just did. So we're looking at the removal of the walls and all of the insulation. And I'm about to go ahead and install the rest of the windows here. And so far it's looking good. First we're going to start with this window in the bathroom. Now here I am putting butyl tape around the inside of the window frame here. Give it a good weatherproof sealing. I just finished installing this acrylic sheet that you can't really see in the video, but it does exist. So you can see these little magnets here. There and there. And just pull it down. So I put felt in between here. This took forever, and I gotta say, this has made me appreciate people who install windows for a living, and the cost that is involved in getting a window installed or replaced or whatever. So, you know, I always thought it was like the glass or something that made windows expensive, but it's not. It's the framing. And trying to do anything special, you know, like you want like some kind of weird storm window like this, which, you know, it's a little janky. It's not like 100% great, but it's a precautionary thing to, since this is the sleeping area, I don't really want just these glass windows right here like this. And also it's saving, I can already feel it actually. It really is keeping the heat in, having this here. So it worked pretty well. But yeah, you can see the other one over here. So that one's up as well. And they're holding up really nice. Those magnets are really strong. But for how long it took me 2 weeks to do this. Was it worth it in the end? I mean, we'll see how much in energy it really is going to save. It definitely is providing a sound barrier as well too. I don't hear the road nearly as much. So these are the thinnest windows that I have in here. The rest of my windows are double pane, except for that one in the back there. That's going to be in the shower, and that's just a single pane, but it's tempered glass, so it's pretty thick glass. But I was thinking about putting one of these on that too. But given how long this has taken me to do these two, I might just pass up on that for now. Just go with what I got, and happy that I got these two installed. So here's a close-up of that valve input from the rainwater collection system. Now some images of the radiant floor heat system as I was building it. See the tubing of it going through. And you can also see the vent inputs, and this is the battery box containment. Now we're looking at the outside after I had put the gutters up. Put some aluminum siding around them. I also framed the front gutter with some wood to protect it. This is the back gutter here. Now you're looking at, as I build the bed out here, some images of the bed getting built. So I expanded it to queen size. I tested out the kegs here to see if they would fit properly inside of their space. You can also see the vents on the left. Those are inlet vents made out of copper. This is the thermos heat system. And I'll have a full video on exactly how I built this in the near future. It's certainly alive. So we're up to 75 degrees. Took a little break to hang out with my buddy Tom. And back to working on the rainwater collection input. And this is the shower pan and the foot valve for the shower. This is the toilet, just compost toilet. These are the filters underneath the sink for the rainwater collection. And this is the rainwater collection enclosure. And that would be the finished sink. And that's the freezer getting installed. Current condition of the truck here. Still a freaking mess inside, but stuff has gotten done. So you can see there's a freezer right here. That's what's underneath this thing. It's just junk on top, but a little door right here that goes into the control panel system for that. Still have to close this up. It looks the same. Well, the self-watering appears to be working pretty good. Spent all day getting the kegs inside of here, and took forever. So far, no leaks. They're filling up. Who knows if they stop when they're filling up? There we go. Keg water. Pressurized. I don't have much water in there, so it's probably gonna stop in just a second, but I'm gonna show the functioning of the system. Look at that. Powered by the foot. Took a break to hang out with my buddies Matt, Eric, and Charlie Tuna. And I'm back to it, and we are almost done with version 2. Just put together the dinette set and brewed my first cup of tea. So, just brewed that. I'm still finishing up this. I've got to obviously put a little door right here. So, it's all coming together nice. Very nice. Anyway, gotta put the floor in. Gotta do this door. That's it. So, this is cool though. These are, this is just all tough to do one-handed, but you can't really do it one-handed. Oh yeah, I gotta release it down here. So this little thing here you can see. I release this and then this just slides out. So and then you get rid of that. And then these two stools here, which are pretty awesome. These things, you can see they move around like that. You also just kind of pop that off there, push that in there, and you can take this. And I can't really do it one-handed, but oh no, there you go. Okay, I got it. Just like that. So yeah, so those both fold up right there. You're nearly done. Just gonna put these pieces of trim down, clean up the bathroom, and a little bit of silicone in some spots, and that's it. Here it is, all done. Stereo system, which I'd have running, but that would require me plugging my phone into it, which is what I'm videotaping this with. There's the stove top right here. There's a freezer in here. So you can see the stuff. Put your meats or whatever in there. This thing here. This is the fridge. This is the fridge, which I have named Filbert. And Filbert's kind of filthy, like actually kind of a dirty stain job on Filbert. It's kind of stuck in it till I'm ready to spend several hours sanding it. For now, for a while, maybe for a few years. It's filthy Filbert. And this thing's cool here too. Of course, that's the piano right there. And it pulls out. It's hard to do one-handed. Electrical system right there. So I should put like a warning sign on the outside of it or something. It doesn't lock. It just shuts. It's pretty tight though. So you'll see. It's got a magnet back there. It's kind of a bit of a pull. You see under here the stove here. This is a really tough door. Kind of intentionally, it's sealed. It's sealed. It's magnetized and sealed around it. And hard to get into. There are vents back there that go right outside. So I sealed this up. So the freezer, the fridge, and the stovetop, electric out, all goes right outside. We are in tank lived in. It's staying in there for the past couple nights. It's cold outside. Warm in here with this thing. Need to get new batteries. So my solar's not holding a charge. I'm using the batteries that came with the truck still. So I'm saving up to get some new ones in January. Operation Tank 3.0. So version 2.0 had battery issues. So we're taking this apart right now and make some changes. First off, I'm taking these batteries out. There's 4 100 amp, and then there's 4 more 80 amp inside of there of a lead acid flooded cell battery. And I'm going to put in 3 400 amp lithium ion rack mount batteries that I. Just a little video here of what it takes to change this. So I got this battery in here. It's not really in a rack per se. I did put one of the racks, screwed it up against this 2x4 right here. But I took the other rack out on the other side, or the other rack mount on the other side of this thing. So that one's in there. And I got these 2 right here. That's all the batteries that I need, or should need. Hopefully it all has enough power. I'm building this door right now, using this chisel, chipping away here. I did not chisel all of this though. That would have taken forever. So, no, I did not do that. I use this thing right here. Take out a bunch of chunks. I find those hole saws to be about the easiest thing to use. A little more precise than trying to do it with like a Sawzall or the reciprocating saw. Because those can sometimes you can end up with a mistake that you didn't intend, and the hole saw is like a little easier to control and not as heavy duty. So anyway, taking out big chunks of the hole saw worked out pretty good. Almost done with this. And I'll have a door there. Okay, and we are all done with the build here. It's kind of hard to open. It's I might try to put a little notch in there to make that a little easier to grip when you open it. This is the bento box heater system that I built as an upgrade to the thermos heat system for the radiant floor heat. Future videos will have more details about how exactly I did this. It's pretty innovative and I think pretty neat, and it was very affordable. I don't know what I did with my tiny wrench. So I'm using this adjustable wrench instead. This is what it takes, folks. Take a wrench. You have to have the right type of crimp. This little, what they call M8, I think. I don't know. Dinky little hole. That's the one I call it. There's a smaller hole too. There's a smaller hole one that's like for really dinky holes. And little or really dinky screws, but this is for just, you know, somewhat dinky. These little things are dinky right here. I don't know, I think it's like M8 or something. I don't know numbers. Don't try to remember them either. Whatever. Like one day all this stuff's gonna change and you're all gonna be stuck with the stupid number you know. It's the same size as that washer that goes on there. So, and it's important for this that I have the same size because these are very close together. And the last thing you want is for the two to touch. Create a short in your system. So you gotta have the right crimp piece. And when you realize you don't have the right crimp piece, auto stores. There's gotta be a way. Okay. Mark. And it's like a bark on the Merk work. Nearly snicker burner. It's sure near for me now and there if normal. I'm monitoring this thing, but it's 70 degrees in here right now. I think it's like maybe 34, 40 outside, I don't know. But it's 70 degrees in here. This is cold. It's cold to touch. You can touch it. I'm touching it right now, so you're proof. Touching it. It's cold. It's not hot at all. 70 degrees in here. So I only have, this is one of the new additions that I've added to the truck for tank 3.0 here. It's a UV LED water filter. This tiny little thing here. It's they're saying it will last 25 years plus, maybe forever. So, but it doesn't. You can only do like half a gallon a minute. So that's why you're hearing the pulsating, is because I have the pump going really slow. Just kind of pulsing water in. I'll let you know how it goes. Let you know what else crazy, weird experiment. So what are you even looking at right now? It's got a cavern back here that hidden behind some kind of weird door. And it's got a handle on it, so you know it's a door. But it is kind of the same. I don't know. So that's the modification, version 3.0. So I also modified this. I added this door too. kind of the concept here. What are we looking like? Gonna keep going though. This isn't all of it. Solar awning part 1. I need to make a few changes to it. I need to put some some ratcheting strips into it. I don't know, something different. One of the grommets started coming out as I was putting it up, but it's holding up. And I think if the chicken coop wasn't there, it'd look a lot nicer than it currently does. It's getting me about 200 watts right now. It should get about 400 total, but it's not direct sun. Sun's over here, panel's over here. It'd be better if the sun's right above it, but it's not. So, in fact, it's coming in at a weird angle. So the fact that I'm getting 200 watts is pretty nice. Yeah. Solar awning. Alright, just gotta report this kind of exciting moment here. So I spent the whole night in the truck last night, and you see here I have this space heater right here. And that cable is going to my cabin. That's how I've been keeping it warm in here while I've been working on it lately for this, with all these upgrades. You will notice this space heater is currently not turned on. So last night I came in here at about 1 o'clock a.m. I turned the space heater off and I turned the radiant floor heater on. You see in here, you see the actual temperature inside of the cabin right now is 55 degrees. See that? That's the Celsius temperature that's inside of the actual bento box heater. That's the temperature that's inside of the thermos just below the bento box. Now the thermos temperature, once it reaches 130, it will turn off that. So, and once this reaches 66, it will turn both of these off. And that will, and every time this turns off, these turn off. These are the two separate heat elements inside. One 300 and one 300 for a total of 600 watts. So, it's cold outside. 25 degrees. And the wind is whipping really fast and really cold all night last night. In fact, there's a few wind gusts that came in, kind of shook the whole truck, kind of made it feel like the tree that's next to me might fall on it. So I woke up this morning and I'm like, wow, my batteries are probably going to be depleted. I'm going to drop down to like 2 bars or so. And I went in here to look at my batteries. Look at that. Look at that. We got 4 dots. That means it's a full battery. Look at that. Other battery. 4 dots. Full battery. Full batteries. I woke up at 10 a.m. Went to bed at 1 a.m. Woke up at 10 a.m. Full batteries. Full batteries. It's 55 degrees in here. The wind was whipping strong. I honestly think I could have made it warmer. In fact, I had this set. I had this at 115. And now I've turned it up to 130. It's getting warmer in here pretty quickly, actually. Since I turned it up to 130, I just did that. Let me just show you why I'm kind of surprised about all this. So I haven't actually gotten out onto my property yet. I'm out here still in my cabin, and these aren't full light. I'm not getting full light on any of these. You see, I got trees. I got trees. Sun's like over here hiding. When it came up, it was way over there. And I got full battery power. I heated the thing all night long. So you can see trees all around me here. So, yeah. I don't know. I feel like I actually got this thing working right. There you have it. Solar power heat. Fantastic.